Good morning, everyone and students watching. Today is Monday, the 20th October 2025. It is 12:04 p.m. and I have just started our 12 o'clock class recording for the Monday and Wednesday group. We are starting week 13 out of 14, and we are about to end our classes. Not our course, our classes. Our course will only end when everybody sits their final oral exam with me between the 3rd November and the 21st November and complete their full reading exam on platform. By now, everybody is having time to complete the final writing exam on platform, which is based on all the content we have seen and spoken about during our classes. Any questions?
No.
All right. So I am going to share the screen. We can read the update. When we read the update, just a second, let me change the profiles here. When we read the updates, we can also look for the delivery tone and intonation that we are trying to exercise during the speaking exam. So, okay, I have it here. Week 12 update. Jesus, can you start reading for me? So let's part this into 3. Okay, you're going to read until 4. Daniela will read until the 23rd, and Antonio can finish.
Okay. Hello
Okay.
everyone. This week's week 12 update is not very long. All groups had a long overview of the official TOEIC exam and questions 1 and 2 practice in classes 1, Monday and Tuesday, and broke down question 3 and 4 in classes 2, Wednesday and Thursday. We are using the speaking tips and parts breakdown document to fully understand the format and specific requirements of the official exam as usual. This document has detailed information about the 11 questions of the test, but we have worked on questions 1 to 4.
Thank you. You go, Danny.
There is a note of mine saying where you should stop scrolling to remain synchronized with the classes. The advice is that you use the videos provided on the students' channel title to train up to question 4, because that is what we covered in classes so far. Paramount info for next week. There will be 2 live classes only. They will happen on Monday 20th and Thursday 23rd.
23rd. Thank you.
This means all students that normally come to live classes must connect those 2 days because Tuesday and Wednesday are meant for async work and explained in class and in the previous update. The time you connect is up to you. Classes take place at 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 3:30 p.m., and 5:30 p.m. Feel free to connect to the best timetable for you. Next week's classes are the last ones. They are crucial and will cover questions 5 to 11. Please do your best to connect. Otherwise, make sure you watch them. Have a great weekend. See you next week. Kind regards, Lucy.
Okay, thank you. So I think that I committed a mistake because this week is not the last class. The last classes to revise and to do the breakdowns. But next week, we have normal classes in the regular timetables so that everyone will do the whole exam at once without any interruptions. In that period of time, the students can connect to as many classes as they want. If they want to come to class every day, they can come to class every day, more than once a day. It's up to you because it's the last opportunity that you have before the speaking exam with me. And of course, it will be the last opportunity to train before the official exam with someone that can give you some feedback. So next week, feel free to connect to as many classes as you want or can. And that's it for the update. That's it. Any questions?
No.
All right, so we can go to our breakdowns on the speaking tips document. Students watching, remember, you go to the outline, you look for week 13. This is the plan, and we have the document. I will copy the document here as well, so that they have it handy. Okay, when you click there, it's gonna take you here, and you go to the classes channel that will give you the links or the tests that we are using so far. Before we practice, we need to read the breakdowns for questions 5, 6, and 7, and 8, 9, and 10. Jesus, can you start reading for us?
From where to where?
You can read until here, until the end of question 7.
Okay.
I will give you an asterisk here.
Okay. Focus on grammar and a variety of vocabulary. For question 7, you will have 3 seconds to prepare and 30 seconds to speak. When answering question 7, you should try to structure and organize your answer with an intro, a body, and conclusion. And the first thing that comes to your mind is a good answer. Just try to apply good grammar to it and change the structure presented, especially by not repeating what was said in the question.
Give me a second. All right, so this is not only for question 7, but also for questions 5 and 6. Questions 5, 6, and 7 are for you to answer questions normally about personal experiences or personal opinions. And you are giving 30 seconds to prepare, which is barely time. It's more or less no time to prepare. But you will see 3, 2, 1, begin speaking now, beep. Important. If they say begin speaking now or start speaking now, don't start speaking before the beep, because the beep will interrupt you. They are going to start to record your answer after the beep. All right? And it seems too little time to plan intro body conclusion, but it is possible. Remember, no matter how long or how short the text is, you can always structure with intro body conclusion. Let's go. Continue, please, Jesus.
I love pizza. What's your favorite food? I love pizza. It has been my favorite food for as long as I can remember. Hawaiian pizza is the best. Weak answer. My favorite food is pizza. I like Hawaiian pizza because I like pineapple. And rephrasing is highly recommended. Examples below. Question 5. What do you do in your pastimes? 15 seconds to answer. I usually meet my friends and go to the movies, parks, and restaurants at my free time. My favorite is going to the restaurants chosen from a pool. Question 6. How frequently do you meet your friends? 15 seconds to answer. I always meet them on the weekends because I work during the weekdays, and we try to meet at least once on the weekend. Question 7. What would you prefer to do if you met your friends? Go to the movies or to a restaurant? 30 seconds to answer.
Just a moment. So notice how, if they ask you about your pastimes, of course, this goes according to the level of the student speaking, right? So, just a moment. All right, sorry, boys and girl. So if they ask you about your pastimes and we don't want to repeat what was mentioned in the question, What do you do in your pastimes? In my pastimes, this is a B1 answer. Remember, okay? What do you do in your pastimes? I usually meet my friends and go to the movies, parks, and restaurants in my free time, which is a synonym to pastimes. And I added something, breathe, but I won't explain too much because we have only 15 seconds and we must stop talking before the beep. Now, what is a good answer to this question here? What would you prefer to do if you met your friends, go to the movies, or to a restaurant? What would you prefer? Remember, what would you prefer? I have to decide for one, even though I like both. What do you like better? It is a trap because it doesn't say which would you prefer. It says what would you prefer because prefer is a verb that implies deciding for one thing. Ain't it? So we need to be careful with the traps. Can you continue, Daniela? What is a good answer for this question?
If I were to choose, or I'd rather go to a restaurant because being around a table gives me a bonding sensation. First of all, everyone can look into each other's eyes, truly engaging in the conversation. Not to mention that we have a box for our mobiles to have social media away from us. So nobody is texting or scrolling down instead of healthily
Healthily.
healthily interacting. Lastly, we have restaurants choosing rounds, fostering respect for the diverse nationalities present in my bag. I am very fortunate to have them in
Fortunate.
my life.
All right. So this was my answer. Notice as just by the markers, I am doing my intro body conclusion structure, even if it is a 30 seconds answer. Or a shorter example. What would it be that, Antonio?
I prefer going to a restaurant because we can talk a lot. If we go to the movies, we cannot talk if we want to watch the movie. So I prefer to have conversations.
And then probably a B1 student would take longer to say all this because they need to think more carefully before speaking. Notice there are separate documents to practice questions 5 to 7 and 8 to 10. This is meant to be done in the asynchronous work time that you have. In case of you guys that are really updated to the course, so you probably will have the time to go over these documents instead coming to class tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Okay, let's continue. Any questions so far here? I think it's clear. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So remember, I am not saying that everybody needs to give an answer like this. Of course not. We know there is no fail or pass. It is like a statement. What is my proficiency level at this moment when I do my official exam? So everybody is going to adapt their speakings the most possible to the format. However, the more you train, the better you become. Believe me, I can already see students improving 60, 65% in 1 week of training using the videos provided in the students channel. All right, especially the students that are now a B1 and are looking for a C1. Look at the examples, look at the videos, look at the possible questions you can be answered and prepare your vocabulary and your structures. All right, back to Jesus. Can you start reading questions 8 to 10 up to here?
Okay. This information normally shows timetables, dates, CVs, programs, invitations, events, etc. For this, Please revise and practice schedules, times, dates, emails, web pages, phone numbers, acronyms, periods of times in a CV, the time someone worked for a company or sessions at a conference. Prices, discounts, addresses, locations, not forgetting prepositions of time and place.
Remember that the expressions of time and place always go to the end of the sentence, period, which is right the opposite to Spanish, because we always speak, una vez a la semana voy al gimnasio, but we have to change our chip. Those expressions belong to the end of the sentences, okay, both time and places. All right, let's go over some sayings. Daniela, can you read the sayings for us?
Currency, pounds, dollar, euros. Frequency, once, twice a week, 3 times a day, etc. Time saying.
Just a sec. Okay, so if they ask you, how frequently do you meet your friends? Una vez a la semana encuentro a mis amigos y vamos al McDonald's. Right? No. I usually meet my friends once a week and we like to go to McDonald's, or we like going to McDonald's. That's the correct order. Frequency. It is once, not one time. It is twice, not 2 times. And from there on, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, etc. Okay? Time saying. How do we say the hours or the time in English? Daniela.
12, it's noon, it's midnight. 3 is 3 o'clock, it's 3:15 or it's 3:15. It's 3:30 or it's 3:30. It's 3:45 or it's 3:45. It's 3:27.
Just a second. What is correct? What is better, Lucy? It depends. If you were speaking American English, you were probably going to say 3:30. If you were speaking British English, you were going to say 3:30. It's 3:30. It's 3:45. 3:45. But this, again, the accent and how you pronounce your words depends on your level and or your practice. Okay, then we have some links, useful links, because even the basics of numbers should be revised by the students that are not in touch with the language or are not coming to classes, etc., that are not using the language in general, because the ends are very likely to be a problem. So we forget that we have no silent consonants in English. If I say this isolatedly and I say this, it's 3:15. I'm gonna exaggerate my N because I know there are no silent consonants. The same way we exaggerate our M's when we say our emails. My email is LMB. I don't remember my email. My email is luciana@gmail.com. So we gotta exaggerate those consonants, especially if they are ending the sentence. It is different. It's 3:15 to it's 3:15 or it's 3:15. So your stress is going to change. All right? So you can train and you can check ordinal numbers, cardinal numbers, and basics of numbers in those links over there. Can you take over, Antonio?
Yes. Flights. AA2334 American Airlines. If you are sure about the company's name, or simply AA2334. Destination Texas, taking off at 2 p.m., landing at 3:30.
Okay, why is this here? Because we need to remember how to say land and take off, or departure or arrival. If you come across something like that, hey, can you tell me? I lost my agenda. Can you tell me when I'm leaving to Texas? Oh yeah, sure. Your flight is flight AA2334, destination Texas, taking off at 2 p.m., landing at 3 p.m. in Houston, for example. Okay, so this is fluency. This is the proficiency you're going to show. You can say it that quick or that clearly. I prefer to say that clearly. Or you can say, your flight is flight number AA 2334. 2 p.m. is the takeoff and 3:30 is the landing time. It is not wrong, but you are showing a different fluency. You are showing a different level. Advice: the more you can follow the sequence of an information, the better. If you go on a chart back and forth, right to left, left to right all the time, you're going to get dizzy and probably you're going to get confused. We're going to talk about the charts later. Go on, Antonio. Telephone numbers.
Telephone numbers, number by number. Zeros are said O, so this number is said +34, some will say for Spain, 602197835.
Very good. That's the speed we are looking for. We don't need to say 602197835. We don't need to go that fast because we want to be understood. And that way is how you speak clearly. Go on, please.
In general, when you need to identify yourself, you should provide the number of any documentation you are asked for.
Okay, just a moment. So just in case, this is speaking in general. So how do you say DNI, Antonio?
ID,
ID. So my ID number is 55447788. Letter P. So my ID number is 55447788, P for Paris. In general, the letters stand for cities or countries in English, or they use the Zulu alphabet. Do you know what's the Zulu alphabet? It is the Air Force alphabet. So Z for Zulu, O for Oscar, G for Golf. I don't remember right now. I use it to know it, but it's a different, it's a code basically. But I think that everybody can think about cities names or whatever. Okay. For example, if you say in an exam P for Pamplona, it is okay, but Pamplona is not an international name. In exchange or in contrast, Paris, everybody knows that P stands for Paris, or S stands for Spain, for example. But look for something universal. Okay. All right, Jesus, how can we say the emails?
Mary@gmail.com.
Can you say that again?
Mary@gmail.com.
Again.
Mary@gmail.com.
.com.
.com. Okay.
Okay, there you
Okay.
go. And the web pages. What do we do with the web pages?
www.mary.org.com.
Perfect. .org.com. Sometimes we are gonna. Sometimes no. I think that even this. Just a sec. If you come across this in the exam, you can say net. And if you come across this, you can say edu. Say net, not letter by letter. Say edu, not letter by letter. And I think that's all. All right. Okay. Goes Daniela. What about the acronyms?
All acronyms must be said letter by letter. Do you know that the FBI stands for? It stands for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. So if you are reading a text which says the FBI is a North American police force, you could read the Federal Bureau of Investigation is a North American police force. You can say letter by letter, however, showing you know what they mean when possible will be a plus.
Okay, so however, we need to be careful with those acronyms. FBI is a universal acronym that everybody knows what that stands for. If you are not sure, don't try it. It's better to remain to the acronym FBI, just in case. And again, you have an additional document here for your asynchronous work tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Any questions?
I have a question. So this is for the questions 8 to 10.
That's correct.
But how are these questions to be needed for us to answer with emails or something? I don't know if you explained yet or...
No, I didn't explain yet. When you see the chart, you are going to be presented a chart, a picture, a photo, a schedule, an agenda, whatever. And normally, in that part of the test, they bring you timetables, emails, CVs. Maybe the person is going to say, oh, I lost Daniela's CV. Can you tell me her contact data? Sure. Her telephone number is, her email is, and her LinkedIn profile is, for example.
Okay, but we have to invent this info or
No,
is
no,
in
the
some
info
place?
is going to be in front of you.
Okay.
You will have the info in front of you, and you're gonna
Okay.
hear the questions and look for the information in the image.
Okay, that was an issue.
Okay, so we are ready to practice. By the way, could you practice somehow the picture descriptions? Or no, not at all?
Not
Not
at
at
all.
all, eh? You naughty. Okay. So class practices. Where is my channel? Class channel here. Okay. 1, 2, 3 students. 1, 2, 3 tests. Pick a test, Jesus.
True.
Two. Let me just write here because I am going to forget. You are going to answer questions 5 to 10 all in a row. While you do it, we are going to turn our cameras and micros off, and I'll take my notes. Just as I would do during your speaking exam with me in November. All right?
Okay.
Let me share sound.
Speaking test.
Can you hear well? Yeah.
This test includes 11 questions that...
Okay, so. Picture. You will normally notice that I let the time for you to read the instructions while you were listening to it. Sorry, directions. These are directions. So why? We already know that, Lucy, but it is useful for the students to settle down between section, and section. Okay? If you don't know an answer, it's all right. Try to improvise. Okay? Not you specifically. I know you, the three of you were probably not going to have a problem to answer the questions, especially questions 5 to 7. But in case you get blocked or in blank or you just freak out, doesn't matter. Try to improvise and try to say something. All right? And students watching, while they speak, you should be talking yourself and recording yourself to check afterwards. Now, this goes here. Cameras off, micro off, and good luck.
Will answer 3 questions. You will have 3 seconds to prepare after you hear each question. You will have 15 seconds to respond to questions 5 and 6, and 30 seconds to respond to question 7.
Imagine that a magazine company is conducting research to write an article. You agreed to participate in a telephone interview about the use of online shopping platforms. When did you start using online shopping platforms, and how has your usage evolved over time?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Well, I started using online shopping platforms a while ago. To be more precise, 5 years ago. And over the years, I've been using them more and more.
What are the key factors that influence your decision to use online shopping platforms?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Well, the deciding point to use online shopping platforms would be the commodity of it. I can order anything.
Why do you believe online shopping platforms have gained such popularity in recent years, and what advantages do you see in using them over traditional shopping methods?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Well, following by what I said recently, I think it's because people can order anything faster and they arrive also very fast. It's yeah.
In this part of the test, you will answer 3 questions based on the information provided. You will have 45 seconds to read the information before the questions begin. You will have 3 seconds to prepare and 15 seconds to respond to questions 8 and 9. You will hear question 10 2 times. You will have 3 seconds to prepare and 30 seconds to respond to question 10. Begin reading now.
Hi. I'm calling about the Multimedia for Business conference schedule that will take place in August 25, 2023. Could you give me some information about it? What is the focus of the morning session on day 1 of the conference?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Well, the first day, in the morning of the first day, it's focused on the essentials of visual content creation, and then you will have a lunch break.
What is the focus of the workshop scheduled from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. during day 3 of the conference?
Begin preparing now.
Well, in that day,
Begin speaking now.
well, in that day, you will first have to enroll in a course of marketing, of multimedia marketing, and then there will be a workshop for tracking multimedia ROI.
I'm not familiar with creating podcasts and use of other multimedia platforms for my business. When will these topics be discussed and what other topics are included?
Now, listen again.
I'm not familiar with creating podcasts and use of other multimedia platforms for my business. When will these topics be discussed and what other topics are included?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Well, all the topics related to podcast are take place in day 2. They basically help you creating podcast and some aspects about the voice and audio. Then there's also a space for social media and the trends in marketing.
In this,
All right, Jesus, I would like you to self-assess your performance. What do you think?
In some questions, I think I did it better, but in some others, no.
Okay. And are you conscious of the reason why that happened?
Yes, I think yes.
What is causing that?
At the time, I'm being nervous. I think like I didn't do this before, so
Okay. Well, yes, yes. But the main reason is because you were repeating the questions in the beginning of your speaking. In question six, in question six,
yes.
you have 15 seconds to answer. You started answering the question in second 11 because you repeated the question. The same in question 7. You had 30 seconds to speak. You started speaking when you had 22 seconds left, almost 1/3 of your time. And then you remained silent because you got nervous, as you
Yes.
said. So, again, students, it is not a matter of knowing English. Jesus is a B2 student. He is already a B2 level, but his emotional management is mining his performance. But again, you have never done it before. One favor point on your side, right? Second, you are going to have time to train it. And 3, now you know what is causing you to get nervous. When you repeat the question, you lose a precious time. You don't need to repeat the question. Is that a Spanish behavior? You think?
No, to be honest.
Okay, because many students do it. Or maybe it's the nerves. I don't know. But then you did great on question 11, the first question on the chart. On question 9, you repeated the question again. And you needed to speak about 3 seconds after the beep. And you did much better on question 10. So your diagnosis is, number 1, you do have the level, you have good level, very good level of speaking, but you gotta manage your emotions better and try not to repeat the questions, because that is gonna compromise a lot of marks that you deserve, that you indeed deserve.
Okay.
All right? Okay, Daniela, you choose, hold on, let me close here. You choose test 1 or 3?
3.
Daniela, test 3. Antonio, you have no choice. All right. Our cameras go off.
Seconds to prepare after you
Mic
hear
goes
each
off,
question.
and good luck.
You will have 15 seconds to respond to questions 5 and 6, and 30 seconds to respond to question 7.
Imagine that a marketing firm is doing research in your school. You agreed to participate in
Give me a second, please. Sorry. I am so very sorry. It was certified email, and there's nobody else at home. I'm sorry. I will start over, okay?
Okay.
that a marketing firm is doing research in your school. You agreed to participate in a telephone interview about buying books. What factors typically influence your decision when buying a book?
Begin preparing
Uh,
now. Begin speaking now.
the first factor, uy, the first factor is the price. That is almost the reason why I buy a book.
Do you tend to purchase books online, from bookstores, or through other methods? Why?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking
I,
now.
I like to book I like to buy books from bookstores, but I also have a Kindle, so I buy them online from Amazon.
Are there any specific criteria you consider, such as reviews or recommendations, before making a decision to buy a book?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Yes, always I look for reviews and recommendations before buy a book. I like to see videos where people talk about their opinion about the book they recommended.
In this part of the test, you will answer 3 questions based on the information provided. You will have 45 seconds to read the information before the questions begin. You will have 3 seconds to prepare and 15 seconds to respond to questions 8 and 9. You will hear question 10 2 times. You will have 3 seconds to prepare and 30 seconds to respond to question 10. Begin reading now.
Hi. My name is Luna, and I'm interested to know more about your comprehensive hairdressing class, and how it can help me gain confidence and expertise in the world of hairdressing. Can you provide more details about the duration of the hairdressing class, and on which days, and at what time does it take place each week?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Okay, the course take a duration during 8 weeks. The time and the days are on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to
What practical experience will participants gain right from the beginning of the course?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
hands-on experience, expert instructors, current techniques, and small class sizes.
What are the benefits or rewards that participants receive upon successfully completing the course?
Now, listen again.
What are the benefits or rewards that participants receive upon successfully completing the course?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
The participants receive a certification that they can use to be a professional hairdresser, and they gain confidence and experience from day one.
All right. You did very well on questions 5 to 7.
Yes,
Very,
I don't think so.
you
And
did?
question
I
nine,
know,
I
5
didn't.
to 7, 5 to 7.
Okay,
Here. So here you went straight to the information you were supposed to give. On question 7, there is a grammar correction. So you like reading reviews or watching videos before buying, after the preposition ing. But in here, in this 5 to 7, good or very good. Then on question 8. On question 8,
I
you
didn't have time. I forget about the 2 p.m.
yes, because you repeated the question in the beginning and you said weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, but the concept of weekends is already Saturdays and Sundays.
Ah, okay.
So if you say Saturday and Sunday, I use it 2 seconds to say Saturday and Sunday.
And weekends, it's maybe 1 second.
And those were the 2 seconds that you needed in the end.
Yes.
Okay, right. So, and then on number 9, you
Lucy, I didn't
understand the question?
listen. Yes,
So let's go
because
forward again.
I still think about the 2 p.m. that I didn't have time. So in the next question, I forgot.
And then, or you forget, you get nervous, then you don't understand
Yes,
well, whatever. Okay,
yes.
so let's, just a second.
Hi. My name is Luna, and I'm interested to know more in class.
Preparing now.
Okay, prep, and then 15 to answer. And then question 9.
What practical experience will participants gain right from the beginning of the course?
What practical
Practice.
experience? What is the practical experience?
Cutting, coloring, and styling techniques. No?
On the third one?
Cut. Yes.
Yes, and the hands-on experience, because they are going to learn by doing
Ah,
because of the practical approach, right? So it was a mix of the first and the third.
the third.
Okay,
And I
you
think I
mentioned all
said
of
all,
them.
all of them.
It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
Okay.
So you improvise and you don't remain silent. So at
Okay.
least you are showing pronunciation, for example,
Okay.
or if the student has a cold heart, we could even say, well, I don't understand quite well the question, but we provide hands-on experience, blah, blah, blah. So, okay.
Okay.
And question 10 was not very nice, I think. Right? Okay.
I think it was about the certification
The
or something like
certification.
that.
I'm sorry. So yes, it was about what were the advantages or whatever after the course, right? And yes,
Yes.
you mentioned that they would have a certification,
And the experience or something
but you
like
had
that.
extra time, right?
Yes.
Right. So maybe we could have mentioned all of these. So after the
Oh, okay.
course, we're gonna have a recognized certification. We are sure your creativity will boost or whatever.
I think I said something about to be a professional or something like
Mhm.
that.
To be a professional hairdresser.
Yes.
Yes, you did. Okay, but the charts, some students say this is the hardest part of the test, even harder than giving the opinion, because the opinions are opinions. You have already your opinions made. You just have to translate it into English. And this is the tricky part of the test. I agree that this is the hardest part.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree.
And if you don't have the chart, it's even harder because a chart with lines and columns will help you to guide yourself. But all in
Yes.
a text, it's even harder. Okay, let's go with Mr. Ranjo.
Yes.
Test one for you. Test one for you, right?
Yes.
Just a sec. Okay, cameras off.
In this part of
Good.
the test, you will answer 3 questions. You will have 3 seconds to prepare after you hear each question. You will have 15 seconds to respond to questions 5 and 6, and 30 seconds to respond to question 7. Imagine that your university is conducting research. You agreed to participate in an interview about the importance of libraries in this digital age. When was the last time you went to your university library? Why did you go there? Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
I think it was in early 2024 because I need to find some economic information for my final degree project.
Do you prefer to go to the library to do your research or use the internet? Why? Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
I rather to use the internet because they have an easier access to the information, a lot of information, and in every place you can search in internet.
As technology continues to shape the way we access information, do you think there's a potential for libraries to reinvent themselves to stay essential to the community? Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
I think the libraries have the opportunity to reinvent, adding more computers to the facilities with good internet connection, so people can use it to access to the internet. These kind of actions could give opportunities to stay essential to the community.
In this part of the test, you will answer 3 questions based on the information provided. You will have 45 seconds to read the information before the questions begin. You will have 3 seconds to prepare and 15 seconds to respond to questions 8 and 9. You will hear question 10 2 times. You will have 3 seconds to prepare and 30 seconds to respond to question 10. Begin reading now.
Hi, my name is June. I'm looking for a private tutor and wanted to ask for some details about your courses. How long is the course for language learning, and what is the cost associated with it?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
The duration of the language learning is 12 weeks long and it costs $300.
What course would you recommend for someone who wants to improve their foundational knowledge of mathematics within a 2-month timeframe?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
If you want to improve your mathematics knowledge, there's a course of Mathematics Basic that covers fundamental math concepts. It's 8 weeks long.
I want to improve my writing skills. Which course would be suitable for me and what is the main focus of the course?
Now, listen again.
I want to improve my writing skills. Which course would be suitable for me and what is the main focus of the course?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
The most suitable course is the creative writing. This course develops writing skills and creativity. It's 6 weeks long and the price is $180.
All right. Well done. All the questions were answered correctly. I have one comment for you about question 6. Do you prefer to go to the library to do your research or use the internet? Why? Blah, blah, blah. And then you said, because in every place you can search information.
Yeah, you look for information, no?
Okay. Wait, no, you can search information. I'm not looking for that.
Okay.
In every place you can search information or you can search for information. Where do you put your place and time expressions?
I don't know.
In the end of the sentences.
You can look information in every place. Okay.
That's
And I have a question in the last one. I mean, 30 seconds for that answer is a lot because I don't have more info about that.
I will do
So,
it.
Listen again.
I want to improve my writing skills. Which course would be suitable for me and what is the main focus of the course?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
I'm so glad to hear that we have the right course for you. We have creative writing, a course that lasts 6 weeks and costs only $180. In that course, we'll develop your current writing skills, becoming much better and boosting your creativity. I'm sure you're going to get much better than you are right now. Can I help you with something else?
okay.
So in
Yes.
here, you are acting as a salesperson.
Okay. I take the role, okay.
Yeah. You take the role. That's it. That's
Okay.
the mindset. You take the role. Now you are not Antonio anymore. You are the school salesperson. That's it. Okay? All right.
Okay.
And then on question 8, this is something that I don't say before time because it's always nice to check if the students are going to remember or to notice that. When you are preparing, reading time, and then listen to the first question.
Hi, my name is June. I'm looking for a private tutor and wanted to ask for some details about your courses. How long is the course for language learning, and what is the cost associated with it?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Hello, Jim. Good morning. You have called the right place. We have the language learning course that lasts 12 weeks and costs only $300. Are you interested in it? So the best thing to do in here, and you are even gonna have 2 seconds extra. So they normally give you enough time to provide the information being asked and greet the customer because the customer identifies themselves. So normally in any company, you are going to answer the phone addressing to that person, specifically to that person, and giving info about the company. In this case, they don't mention the name of the school, but in some companies, you are gonna have here whatever, better teachers, private tutor school, whatever. And then you can even say, thanks for calling Better Tutors Private School, whatever. There's always time to greet your the person who's talking to you. This is one tip for questions 8 as well. Okay? I think that we have time for one more. I will focus on the chart or on the charts or pictures or whatever. because I think that's what you need to practice more. You can practice questions 5, 6, and 7 because in general you did a good performance, but all of you could do one more for questions 8, 9, and 10. So, no, hold on. I will enter here. Remember, everybody watching, that this channel is only for the trainings. We have used it 1, 2, 3, and I need to copy 4. And 5. And 6. In Spanish. It's weird. Okay. So, Jesus, you pick 4, 5, or 6.
4.
Good luck.
In this part of the test, you will answer 3 questions based on the information provided. You will have 45 seconds to read the information before the questions begin. You will have 3 seconds to prepare and 15 seconds to respond to questions 8 and 9. You will hear question 10 2 times. You will have 3 seconds to prepare and 30 seconds to respond to question 10. Begin reading now.
Hi. I'm calling about the 3-day camping trip in Lakeside Haven Campground. I would like to ask more information about the camping itinerary. What specific outdoor games are planned for the afternoon of day 2, and are there any equipment requirements for these games?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Hello. On the afternoon of day 2, you are only going to need comfortable clothing and footwear for the hikes.
What activities are included in the evening of day 1?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
In that day, we basically prepare a campfire where everybody share stories and they socialize.
Could you provide more details about the leisurely nature walk on day 3? How long is the walk, and what interesting sights or features can we expect to encounter during the walk?
Now, listen again.
Could you provide more details about the leisurely nature walk on day 3? How long is the walk, and what interesting sights or features can we expect to encounter during the walk?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Of course, I'm glad you are interested in our most relaxing experience. It's 1.5 miles long, and you are going to complete it in about an hour. While you are hiking, you can watch a lot of flora. You can see a splendid waterfall, and there's also a viewpoint to look at the lake.
Much better. I have to comment something, but much better, especially on question 10. Very well done. Changing the adjectives and even changing the adjectives for as strong as adjectives as they use it in the chart. Very good there. On question 10, instead of saying
Yes.
1.5, what should you have? What should you?
A
What?
mile and a half.
1.5
One and a
mile.
half.
Why?
Okay.
Miles. I
Miles.
get this out of here
Okay.
now. Yes, but again, very well answered on the last one. Then number 9
Okay.
was okay. I think you could have organized it a little bit better because on question 9, she asks about the afternoon, right? Or the evening?
I don't know which
About
number.
the evening, because the campfire
If
and
it's the
everything.
second, then the evening. Yeah.
No. No, that's not, sorry, my bad. You could have organized it better on question 8.
Yeah.
Because you said she would only need comfortable clothing for the hikes. But the hikes are happening in the morning.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of confusion there. But okay, much better than the first time. And you can see that if you practice a little bit more, you are gonna get it. I loved the performance on question 10. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, let's go with Daniela. 5 or 6?
Sorry, 6.
6. Antonio, have no choice again. Next class, Antonio's gonna choose. Good luck.
Thank you.
Questions based on the information provided. You will have 45 seconds to read the information before the questions begin. You will have 3 seconds to prepare and 15 seconds to respond to questions 8 and 9. You will hear question 10 2 times. You will have 3 seconds to prepare and 30 seconds to respond to question 10. Begin reading now.
Hello. I'm calling about your grooming services. I have a St. Bernard dog and I'm interested in your full groom package. What is included in the full groom package, and how much does it cost?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Hello, the full groom package include haircut, bath, brush, nail trim, ear cleaning, and teeth brushing. And the price are $70 for a small breed.
How much does the pedicure service cost, and what does it entail?
Begin preparing now. Begin
The
speaking now.
the pedicure entail nail trim and paw pad moisturizing, and the cost is only $20.
My dog is sensitive to some shampoo. Is there an additional charge for specialty shampoo? And if so, how much does it cost?
Now, listen again.
My dog is sensitive to some shampoo. Is there an additional charge for specialty shampoo? And if so, how much does it cost?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Yes, we have a service that includes a specialty shampoo. It may be oatmeal, hypoallergenic, and much more, and only costs $10 for all the breeds. And I'm sure that your dog is gonna love it.
All right, she is in the role. She's acting. Well done.
I
Um,
see. I am watching the time and I'm thinking, I don't know, Lucy.
but you notice after training, you notice that you do have enough time to say what they ask.
Yes.
The time is precisely calculated. You don't need to worry. There is enough time.
Okay.
Okay, corrections. For question 8, you did well. You went straight for the information, but you didn't
But
mention, you mentioned only this. Okay, but so how
yes,
do we do, Lucy? The price ranges between 70 to 100 depending on the breed or depending on the size of your dog or whatever.
yes,
But I
because
think
I think he said the breed of the dog, but I didn't understand it. So
isn't it a
I don't
Labrador?
know. He said something about the dog, but I don't know if was
Let's
the breed or the size.
let's see. Let's see what they say.
Okay.
Begin speaking now.
Uy, what is preparation, no?
Included in the
Of
full.
course, reading time. They say reading time here.
Hello. I'm calling about your grooming services. I have a St. Bernard dog and I'm interested in your full groom package. What is
So it's a
included in the
large
full
breed.
groom
It's
package?
a large
And how
breed.
much does it cost?
Begin
Mhm.
preparing now.
Okay, as he provided the breed, the answer would be 100. So your answer would be
Yes,
half correct. Okay,
yes,
right. Then number 2. Okay, number 2 could have been better organized.
yes,
You think so? Do you?
yes,
Although the answer was correct, but you stumbled a bit. Probably because you were wondering about what to say, in what order to say, maybe.
yes.
Okay. He mentions a specialty shampoo.
No,
So,
a specialty shampoo was the last one, the 10 question, and pedicure was the 9.
sorry.
Yes,
Okay, so the pedicure, you did well on the pedicure.
okay.
And then on that, okay, because maybe you had even extra time because you were wondering what to do,
Yes,
right? I
yes,
will try to do.
okay.
My dog is sensitive to some shampoo. Is there an additional charge for specialty shampoo? And if so, how much does it cost?
Now, listen again.
My dog is sensitive to some shampoo. Is there an additional charge for specialty shampoo? And if so, how much does it cost?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Oh, poor thing. Of course, we do have special shampoo for allergic dogs. Included oatmeal and hypoallergenic shampoos. There is indeed a $10 additional charge to the grooming service. So you should count a minimum of $110 for the service for your dog. Is there anything else you may be interested in? Or would you like to set an appointment right now? Something like that.
Okay.
All right. But again, better than the first time,
Okay.
isn't it? Now I think it is, who goes? Antonio?
Yes.
Okay, Antonio. And next day, Antonio is the chooser. It is
I
test
don't mind.
6.
No,
It is test 6
6.
for you?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, Lucy, Texas.
I
It's
think
yours.
Yes.
So it's test 5 for Antonio.
I think it's 5, yes, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, because Jesus did test 4. It's true. All right. Oh my God. Here. Good luck.
In this part of the test, you will answer 3 questions based on the information provided. You will have 45 seconds to read the information before the questions begin. You will have 3 seconds to prepare and 15 seconds to respond to questions 8 and 9. You will hear question 10 2 times. You will have 3 seconds to prepare and 30 seconds to respond to question 10. Begin reading now.
Hello, this is Dr. Steven. After arriving home, I realized that I left my planner at the clinic. I'm reaching out to clarify some of my schedules for tomorrow, September 2nd, 2023. I believe Mrs. Martinez has a consultation scheduled. Could you please inform me of the appointment time and the reason for her consultation tomorrow?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Hello, Dr. Steven. Yes, I have your schedule right here. Your consultation with Miss Martinez is at 1:30 to 2:15 p.m.
We're planning to have a staff meeting before Mr. Johnson's follow-up consultation, correct?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Yes, that's correct. Right after Mr. Johnson's follow-up consultation, you have a staff meeting at 11 a.m. It's going to take 1 hour long.
Could you please provide me with details regarding what specific aspects of Mr. Walsh and Miss Thompson's medical records I should review in the afternoon?
Now, listen again.
Could you please provide me with details regarding what specific aspects of Mr. Walsh and Miss Thompson's medical records I should review in the afternoon?
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.
Yes, no problem. You have to update patient records. It's going to be a review of test results. a preparation for upcoming appointments. It's important to make everything in that evening.
All right, well done. Maybe you could have mentioned the exact time of the appointment, maybe,
Yes.
right? But you did well in here. There's one diagnosis for you here. In the previous test, you also mix it's gonna last or it's gonna take with long. So you can say the meeting is almost 1 hour long, or the meeting is gonna last 1 hour, or the meeting is gonna take 1 hour.
Okay.
But we don't need to mention both structures. Okay? You
Okay.
have to decide what you like better. And the question 8 was great. Yeah, it was very good, Antonio, to be honest. Right after. Okay. And here it's
Yeah, 1:50.
1 hour and a quarter, maybe
Yes.
more than an hour, but well, about an hour. You didn't say about 1 hour. You said it's gonna take 1 hour long. So, well, a bit incorrect, but not to compromise the performance. Okay. My alarm is chiming. I think that both of you only doing one more practice in class, you have improved and you understand what you have to improve at, right? So my
Yes.
recommendation is that you indeed do the assigned work recommended. You can choose either, you can choose any of the videos in the students channel here. In 1 hour and a half, you should have time to do all of them, to be honest. Of course, we don't want you to overtrain. If you are training and you get bored, angry, frustrated, stop it. Stop it and leave it for the next day. All right? Because we don't want you to get stressed and overboard with the trainings. Otherwise, you're going to hate me forever, and I don't want that. Okay, any questions?
No, it's
No.
okay.
Okay, so as you can see, the charts, the infos, the questions are unpredictable. We cannot foresee what we are going to talk about. That's why the specific vocabularies are lists are very, very important. And domaining the format of the test, knowing what you can do to up-level your performances so far. Okay? So I hope you can find the time to practice tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. And I'll see you back on Thursday. All right?
All right.
All right. Be happy.
You too.
Bye-bye, guys.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye bye.
See you
Bye.
Thursday.